Researchers believe that other conditions on Earth-like planets may support life. Swiss scientists believe that the definition of potentially habitable exoplanet needs to be revised. A new study suggests that rocky exoplanets like Earth, which have an atmosphere consisting of hydrogen and helium gas and may have liquid water on the surface, proving that life could exist there for billions of years. Exoplanets are called planets that are outside the solar system. It is now accepted that for a planet to have life, there must be liquid water. After all, this is an important component for the emergence of life here on Earth. In addition to the water, a potentially habitable planet must have an atmosphere of oxygen and nitrogen, which are prevalent in Earth's atmosphere. But our research shows that we need to change our approach to defining potentially habitable planets, says Marit Moll-Luz of the University of Zurich, Switzerland. Scientists also believe that even planets with an original atmosphere of hydrogen and helium, such as Earth had at the beginning of its history, may be habitable for billions of years. Astronomers believe that large rocky planets that resemble Earth and orbit far enough away from their star that it is not very hot and not very cold may retain their original atmosphere dominated by hydrogen and helium. In a new study, scientists have concluded that life may have adapted to such conditions on such exoplanets. On Earth, you can find microorganisms in a variety of extreme conditions. So they could survive in inhospitable environments. Therefore, the fact that the atmospheres of distant rocky planets are dominated by hydrogen and helium is not necessarily a problem for the existence of life, scientists say. Moreover, on Earth, the original atmosphere also consisted of hydrogen and helium gas, but then these elements evaporated and were replaced by heavier oxygen and nitrogen. Perhaps there are smaller planets that also lost their original atmosphere of hydrogen and helium and it became quite different. But we're talking about large rocky planets that were able to retain that atmosphere. They may have liquid water on them, but it is very difficult to find such planets that also have the right mass and are in the so-called habitable zone of their star. According to scientists, now space telescopes find mostly rocky exoplanets too large and rotate too close to their star. So they don't fit the term, potentially habitable planet. But Swiss scientists believe that new space observatories such as the Webb telescope will be able to detect the right planets. The same Webb telescope will be able to detect potential biomarkers, or signs of life, on such planets. But we must be prepared for the fact that the detected life evolved under very different conditions than on Earth. This means that the signs of its presence may also look very different.